Okay.
Welcome, Chairman of SPLM, North Malik Agar, and welcome, Madam Elizabeth, President of Geneva Call. Today we are here as a conclusion of the meeting on the protection of children in armed conflict. So would you please just give us a few words on the commitment of SPLM and Geneva Call jointly or on the protection of children in our armed conflict in Sudan before the independence of South Sudan and the current Sudan, which is still the children there are facing challenges of the conflict. So it is just you can just give also convey a message to our people down there. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. So it's really a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak on our work together. We have a long story together. We have worked on the ban of anti-personnel mines and also the protection of children in armed conflict. And after several meetings and discussion, we have concluded an agreement together, what is called the deed of commitment. Your movement came to Geneva for the signature of this deed of commitment protecting children in armed conflict, and I think it was already a first success because you decided to protect children in armed conflict and to train and inform your combatants about the need to protect children during the conflict. So it was a first step, and 2 days ago you have signed a new agreement, this time with the UN, what is called an action plan, and I think it's a step further because now you are in the process to be delisted of the report of the Secretary General, and we hope that we will make it. And it is still not the end of the process. Now we have to work together, really to implement the obligation to help you what to do with your children, how you can provide education to your children. They are the future of your country, and this is really important to help you in doing this. So it's a kind of long process. First, build confidence, negotiation, then the deed of commitment of Geneva Call, then the action plan 2 days ago, and now we have to continue until all the kids in your country are protected, respected, and educated.
Okay, thank you. Chairman, can you just, we know that SPLM is committed and politically correct. I am part of the SPLM, but in few words you just highlight this journey of with Geneva Call, where we are and where we want to be, and maybe convey also a message to our people down in Sudan, everywhere, and also maybe a message go to other movements because they see in us as experienced and mature movement.
Thank you a lot. Let me express my real compliments to Geneva Call as an institution, and in particular to Madame Elizabeth Warrior, in particular the president of this organization. Our history with Geneva Call and ourselves is a very long history. We have institutional memories starting from 1980s, 1990s to 2000 plus. There was always a continuous engagement with Geneva, and they were always committed to elevating the problems that actually confront the human rights issues, especially in the issues of children. So our engagements was a long history, and this arrangement we have also in recent years we have signed the deeds with them, Geneva deeds, with them and then also my inaction recently with them. And actually, these are the activities that have actually prompted Sudan government to sign the deeds because they were embarrassed by our signing this recently. And not only that one, even our signature yesterday with the UN task force, it is actually a continuation, and it is actually generated and initiated by Geneva Court, and this is why even in that document they were recognized. I would want to say is that our history is long. Now we have signed all these documents. They are very beautiful documents that they are signed, but there are a number of challenges that we need to address. Signing a document is not by itself solving a problem. And also solving a problem, you cannot solve a problem in isolation, because the issue of child protection is an effect of a total issue, which is non-existence of peace. So actually, when you want to solve the issue in totality, you need to bring peace. This is, for the time being, is not there, but that means that we cannot also fold our hands and say, no, there is no peace. We don't sign these documents, we don't elevate the problem of our children. We have to do a lot on this one, and I believe that we are committed to this one. We will continue working very closely with Geneva on all the deeds or all the documents that we have signed with them, just like we're signing them. It has to put mechanisms in place that will help us to do this one in a very close work together. And I appreciate really, because these are this organization, we have not met them here in Geneva. Some of them we met them under the trees somewhere. I mean, in the early 2000 and in the last 1990s when. I don't want to mention this, but they are there, including her. I have not met her in Geneva. I met her under a tree somewhere in southern Sudan when the movement was on. My message is that to them and to our combatants, these are signed to be implemented, and we will implement them by spirit and the dots. So this is my message to them, and we will, as a leadership, for compliance of this one, we will write the necessary directives to our combatants on how to deal with this one in accordance with the clauses and the articles that came into this. At last, I thank you again, Madam. I wish you good luck, and I wish you Nobel Prize, as you said.
Thank you very much.
May I add something?
Yeah, you are
briefly?
welcome, most welcome.
I have also to thank you, to congratulate you, because it's not easy, you know, to respect all this obligation in the field when you are in the middle of the war. But I would like to thank you also for the trust you have in our organization, in our colleagues. And I think if you respect it, your population will be very proud of you. And you have been the first armed movements having signed the deed of commitment in Africa. There are many armed groups in Africa. You have been the first one, so you can now be proud of that, but really to be sure this is respected. And your population will thank you also, and your population will be proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And when we will receive